Hello, hello, you lovely people. Welcome to, let's see, what day are we on? We're on day 6, and it's prompt number 3, which is selfie in a bubble. Now, this one got me. Yeah, I know, obviously you can choose or not to choose some of these prompts, but I thought, let's do them all the best we can. I mean, if I really need to change one, I can, but I was like, no, let's not. Let's just, you know what I'm saying. So I wanted to challenge myself. So, selfie in a bubble. So what I did, I took a selfie on a filter on Snapchat. I know. The only reason I got Snapchat was back in the day when my kids were younger. They were on Snapchat, and really it was the only way they would communicate with me. They wouldn't text, which is pretty much the same, but I just know that if I needed to get a hold of them, I'd get on Snapchat. But anyway, so I've had the app still. So they have some cute little filters if you've ever tried them out. And I thought, oh, that'll be fun. And here is the Snapchat. And I did this on Thanksgiving, actually. Thanksgiving Day. Of course, my eyebrows look great, my lips look full, my skin looks beautiful. So that is going to be my selfie. And of course, bubbles. And what did I do? This is just off of a milk bone box that I recycled, the cardboard. And I drew some bubbles. You can see that, okay? Cut out the centers, okay? So I was for sure gonna put myself literally selfie in a bubble. Okay, now what? Well, what? Okay, so I was going through my scraps, and of course I saw, remember, I think I showed you the fractal images, because I love fractals. So I was playing around with it and thought I could do this with myself in the bubble. So, got that. So great. But what are we going to do for this? I could paint over it. But that was kind of, this is where I was a little stuck. So what I decided to do is I have some homemade texture paste. Oops. Some just plain old white paint. And I thought I could bring out some inks that I have to match. You can see the colors here. And use some gold paint, acrylic paint, to cover, I guess they're going to be bubbles. But yeah, I just kind of really wanted to do the cover to match, or the bubbles to match the front. So what I thought I would do is, first of all, oh, and I wanted to kind of carry it over to the other page. I had this part, I think, off of here, but didn't fit the page. But I thought if I carry it over onto the other page to see if, kind of goes, right? The nice thing about the page is it's a index card, so it'll take it. It's heavy duty. So while I figured I'd get the texture paste, that's what I was going to do. Put it on here, letting it dry while we glue and fiddle with this. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Just put some wax paper down. And I did zoom you guys in so that you could see what I'm doing more clearly. So the texture paste I used was, I believe, how I made it was baking soda and acrylic paint. And I think there's some glue in there. I'm not really sure. And it's kind of thick, and I know it doesn't last forever, so what I usually do is just get some out, put it on my plate, and I have to add a little bit of water sometimes, but just at the moment, it doesn't look like I need to. I don't know if that'll be enough. So, basically just going to, I know these are going to be texture-y bubbles. And it dries pretty quick. So I am going to just use my palette knife, as you can see here, and make some textures. I don't know if I want them that thick, but we'll just slap it on. Not really a great word, slap it on. We will palette knife it on. There we go. Might be a little tricky. Some of these, kind of like a stencil. I guess I should treat it like a stencil. That's a good idea. And yes, that is Riley on my chair today, not Roscoe snoring. And we did go for walkies because the snow is all melted, so I think we are all pretty happy so far. How are you guys doing today? Oh yeah, there is I just stumbled upon it today, and I'm kind of sad. I feel kind of late to the party. There is, excuse me guys, Dephemerember Facebook group, and I just joined, and you can do swaps. It's kind of late. I really wanted to have a swap partner, but it's kind of late now. But everybody's on there that love Louisa and Barbara, and they're sharing their makes and their ideas and questions, and it's just a wonderful group. I will link the face group in the description of this video. Also, it's where other YouTubers that are doing this on their channel can meet, and we can all watch each other's channels and give support. So that is great, because my question, if you watched my earlier videos, is I was wondering how we could all, I know there's tags. I get that the tags kind of link other video YouTubers channels, but I'm not sure how well that works. I haven't really explored that option too much, because I'm pretty new still. I'm almost a year in with my YouTube channel, so I'm still learning all the ins and outs of all that. But anyway, yeah, it's a great place. I thought it was a wonderful idea, so very happy to have found that Facebook group. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I know the texture isn't real pretty. Kind of want to make it a little bit prettier. I don't really mind if there's some thick parts on it. And I think maybe I'm going to maybe put some marks on it a little bit before it dries or something. Just an idea that came across my brain. Maybe. I don't know. Obviously, this is the first time I've used this texture paste on this kind of substrate here. The nice thing about it is you can just erase it if you don't like it. Right. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I don't know. I think I want to add a little bit maybe on this other page. That was a thought. This out of the way. Kind of to have it come across, be cohesive a little bit. And use up the rest of this paste on here. Kind of with some painterly scrapes, I suppose, on this pocket. And maybe have it come down the center, which I know is probably going to make the pages bulk here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kind of frame this page, and we can add the ink. Hopefully this works out. If it doesn't, I'm still going to use it and put it in here. And again, it will be a memory and an experiment. Lessons learned, of course. Okay. All right, guys, so there's that. We'll let that dry. This way. There we go. Okay. And now while that's drying, we will, or I will rather, I wish you guys were sitting here with me. What fun we'd be having, chatting, and stuff. I'm going to cut this off, trim it. I was going to trim it and all before the video, but I figured, oh, I got to let this dry before we move on, so I might as well show you the process. I always like the process. I know I've said it before. I just think it's interesting to see the way artists' brains work and how they get to their final destination. I am going to have to put this on here for a minute to see if I wanted it this way. I can't remember. I had it all planned out. I think it was this way. Yep. Okay. I think I'll go with my tried and true art glitter glue. Whoa, gotta be quick. This one. Okay, that works. So I had this extra bubble, so I thought I could use an image on here, but of course that one is a little, oops, off, but it's okay. We'll make this a bubble, so I'll just glue this on here, even though it's not in the center. Sorry guys, keep you guys in. Cut that off. And that could be like a carryover from here. I mean, I could even put some strips down, but we'll see. And so for my little selfie, I was actually going to cut a circle and have it actually be behind the circle, but then it was covering up some of this beautiful fractal stuff. So I'm going to cut around myself more like a fussy cut and just really just have my face and neck showing. So that way I could, or the viewer could see more of the background. Wonder if I left room. I didn't. I'll just glue it down, I guess. So it was going to be like that. Okay. Floating around the fractal. Okay, so of course this is not quite dry. Well, we could, while this is drying, I should really put this back in, practice a little bit on the other page. That way, if we don't like it, we can cover it up. Okay, so what I was thinking, to bring out the texture paste even more, is first I'm going to add some, actually I need to rearrange myself here. Riley is on my chair and I know. I'm sorry, guys. Right, okay. Much better. We are, what I was thinking is just kind of doing some it just takes me to the fair, that noise he makes. Kind of brings out the texture a little bit with the color. Okay, so then I wanted to add some gold to the mix. Just a little bit here. Maybe add kind of to bring out the gold, of course, in the fractal picture. Kind of be very light about it. And then we can add more. As I've learned to go light first. Really having no plan with the paint part, so we can discover together kind of the free-form of it. Right, so I am going to, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm just going to take and just directly go on and maybe kind of just okay, and then I'm going to take some water. And I have my other little paintbrush here. Actually, I need a paper towel just a little bit too. Kind of just create some movement of color, I guess. Can I still see? Okay. And then we can do that with some blue. So if this works pretty good on this paper, then we can do it on the bubble. Playing it safe, just a little bit. Could just do a fancy little something. And maybe do a dot here and a dot here and a dot here. Oops. Get our spray bottle and see what happens. Oops. this to not move that far. Just try to, nope. Well, maybe it is gonna blend out a little bit. Hi, Matisse. What you doing, lovely? Okay, definitely not liking that spot there. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta be careful so it doesn't run too much. See if we can't swirl that around a little bit. Oh, what's up, lovely? Are you talking? Saying hi to YouTubers? Okay, it's kind of pretty. I'm gonna leave that now. And I think we're gonna go to the bubble. So I wanted to try with the bubble first, is the ink first, and then go with the oh boy, I just spilled all of my blue ink over. Sorry, gotta pause the camera. Sorry about that. My elbow hit the ink bottle and I spilled my blue ink. Actually, my elbow hit it, and fair play to my own self. I had Riley sitting on my stool, and then look what I did. I had Riley sitting on my stool and I couldn't move, and when I went to go turn because I have another puppy underneath me, I spilled it. But this is what happens when there's a puppy pile under my desk. I really do need to get another. Anyway, so there is more than half my ink bottle gone. Oh well. Let's make sure we're still in view here, and we will carry on. So let's grab the blue ink again. I was going to do the same thing. Trying to make bubbles, I guess. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll can get the gist of it. I'm not sure how this ink will work on texture paste, so maybe you guys have tried this. But for me, it's a new one. I wonder if it's going to do any. Ah, yeah. So that's kind of cool. Cool. I like it. Kind of just seeps in. Okay, cool. Now I'm only going to do I want to do some green? Let's just do a little bit. Maybe not that much. Let's see what happens. Put that over there. Some green here. Right, not too bad, I would say. Okay, we're gonna stop. Really want to add some gold, I think, a little bit. probably can't see it. I'll just do it in my hand. Do you ever watch videos and you're like, oh, I can't see what they're doing very well? And I understand camera angles and stuff. So hopefully this gives you a better idea. I don't know if that's kind of making a mess of it. I think I'll stick to the top here. I like that part. Looks good over here and here, here, and I think here. Okay. Gonna rinse my brush. And we'll go over some of this in white. Okay, so I was thinking right here, here, this little bubble needs some work. Use a little bit of white there, maybe. Right. Okay, I think that's enough white. I want to go back in with some blue though, just a little bit. I think I'm just gonna pick up some from, if I can get it off the paper. Nope. Nah, that's not gonna work. Let's put the lid on here. Grab some more blue. I think I'm just gonna put some on my paper. Anyway, I could fuss with this probably for another half an hour. I'm gonna leave it, see what it looks like on the fractal. But first, let's make sure this lid is on. That is on. Let's make sure the green is on. Okay. Right, let's see if this is gonna work out or totally take away. Not too bad. I think it'll be pretty all right. Let me find my selfie. Here we go again. Oh, it's right here, right here. Okay, so here I am with some paint marks on me, but oh well. So I was thinking I'd just be hanging out with the fractal here or here. I don't necessarily have to be in the bubble. I could be on the bubble. Anyway. I think I will just, kind of sad because I got water on my face. Oh well, it will do. All right, I'm going to glue this down. Put this over here. And I know this needs something. Think about that as I'm gluing this down. And here we go. Is this the way it was? Yeah. Well, that'll work. I don't think that's the way I had it at first, but we will just have it there. It might have just been what we might call kismet, meant to be. There you go. I kind of like that better. Selfie in a bubble. So my thoughts are in this piece. Now, I always maybe go and think about things too deeply, but these are my thoughts. If you've ever looked into fractals, they're amazing. How they come together and how they form in nature. And then if you think about, well, okay, let's just go me. And then I started thinking about all the things that happen in nature and how we have grown, like how plants become plants, animals become animals. And my husband's, one of his favorite sayings is, if you want to understand the universe, it's numbers and frequencies. I did do a video. One of my first Mojo cards was the Fibonacci sequence. And I love all that kind of stuff. Same thing with the fractals. It's all sequence and numbers, how the fractals fractal. But for me, I know who made the universe and who created everything. So for me, this represents me being in God's creation, amongst all the beautiful fractals, to the complicated fractals, to the beautiful flowers and trees, and to us as humans. So this is what this represents to me. Selfie in a bubble, God's bubble. And maybe that's what maybe I should just write here for me. That's what this page, this is what I think. So I would love to know how you would have done this page and how you would have interpreted it, or just simply just being yourself, a picture of you in a bubble, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to put that, I think, like this. I feel like I need to grunge, so this is its own page here, which is going to be kind of cool. So I'm going to write something here. What did I say I was going to write, guys? So it's selfie in a bubble. I don't know if I should write God's bubble or... This, because I'm left-handed here. Let me pause the camera and think about this, because I don't know. Hold on. All right, let's, here we go. So I was thinking too hard about it. First of all, I'm going to grunge this. Give it some drama a little bit, which is the lovely thing about inks. I could have done it with paint, more gold, but I think this is bringing out the gold. Oh, sorry guys, I am using the Distress ink, Vintage Photo, and my, I guess it's a makeup brush. Let's kind of grunge this up. Grunge this part up. Sorry about that. It's getting real loud, guys. And anyway, you're lucky. The video is almost over, and you will not have to hear it for too much longer. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stick with it as a selfie in a bubble. I'm just gonna call it that. Not gonna make it too complicated. So I'm just going to, hopefully this will be first time, hopefully let's not mess it up, and let's not misspell Selfie. S-E-L-F-I-E. So let's just do this. So N A bubble B. I know I sound my I say my letters out loud so that I don't misspell them. Darn it, I think my ink is running out. Let's try it again. I know it's wet still. B U B. Okay, I know. Don't laugh. I would want to do, yeah, it is 2 B's. Do you ever like the simplest words when you spell them don't look right? I do that quite often. Bubble. I'm running out of room. All right, I will darken that up for the picture. Selfie in a bubble. Right, guys, that is going to be it for this page. I am so glad you came and joined and watched me create this prompt. You want to take a look? Oh, Matisse says no. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you in the next one. You guys have a wonderful day. Remember, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I love you. Bye.